Hi there, well thanks for looking at this ad. This is an auction here for my Mazda RX7. Thought I'd do this little video, just kind of show you the car, starting her up, and give you kind of overall view. It's always difficult to buy a car online, so the more information I give you the better and the happier that you will be. So it's an original car. I bought it from its original owner, and her name was Michelle. It's very well taken care of. It has been driven though. It's got 127,000 miles on the clock, so it's not perfect, it's not a show car, but it certainly is very good condition for being a 985. A couple little parts to it here. The RX7 badge there has been knocked off. There is the black matte paint which goes on the front here is worn off a little bit. Again, it's the same with this side. On here, the wing mirrors as well are a little worn, probably just with being in the sun. However, the rest of the car is actually original. There doesn't appear to be any paint work on the car, and the red paint is near perfect. Only a couple little things. For example, it's worn here on the door. That's probably about the worst part of this car. And there's the one little knock here, very difficult to see, but it's there. The pinstriping is a little worn. And as far as knocks and bumps, there's a tiny little bump here on the hood. It's very difficult to see, it's very small, and this wing here isn't quite perfect, or fender, sorry. There seems to be a bump just about here. Apart from that, that's about it. In the bump here, I can't see any other knocks or bumps or scrapes on the car. So let's start her up. Okay, I haven't started her for a little bit, so let me find out what I did with my keys. Oh, excuse my thumb. And start her up. So yeah, she starts out pretty good. Never usually any sort of problems at all. She doesn't overheat. Oil pressure is always good. Certainly shouldn't overheat. It's very important that in the Central California sun, usually it's 100 plus outside in summer, and she's always stayed very cool. The EC still works, and it does blow cold, which is what it's actually doing now, although it's even quite cold outside. The stereo is a replacement stereo. The stereo is hooked up, just the speakers are not hooked up, and I just haven't got around to that. The stereo actually does work, and it just needs a couple little wires. Actually, the wires are all there. They've just got to be paired up. In fact, I'll do that before I sell the car, just so the stereo does work. And the center bezel has been painted. It's not a particularly fantastic job, just kind of freshened it up a little bit, but if you want it perfect, I'd probably suggest getting one out of a junkyard. Of course, this is a stick shift, which makes it a lot of fun to drive. And here's the back. Seats themselves are in perfect condition. Really are, no rips and tears. There's a little stain there on this one. That is it. The driver's seat, which I'm sitting in, is actually perfect. The trim here along this it looks like it adds to the mall, is kind of not perfect above the door. Could probably easily be reupholstered. I just haven't, myself, it's never really bothered me all that much. But again, if you want, that's something that you'd have to look at. Carpet inside the car has been replaced. There's sound deadening material that's over foamy stuff that's on the bottom, and it's all over the bottom of the car. And then there's this carpet which has been put on top. It's not a perfect carpet. It's it's actually clean. It's just the fit is basically of one of these cheaper carpets. I tried to fit it myself, and I did an okay job, but it's not exactly perfect. And for the back, again, it's actually missing there's a black rubber mat which goes underneath the carpet. I didn't get one with the car, so that's why it's kind of lumpy in the back there. I'll show you in the back later, but again, that should be easy to replace. Okay, so let's see that. Okay. And take her for a spin around the block. Let me try and do this with my other hand here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Car is a lot of fun to drive. She holds the road very well. A little bit like a little mini Lotus. She's a lot of fun. And of course, she can easily hit the red line, but I don't think I'll do it just in this neighborhood. But yeah, she's looking pretty good. Now there's a slight judder in the car when you're slowing. Apparently, my mechanic told me it's the U-joints. They either probably need to be tightened. I just have never got around to it. Okay, plenty of torque. I took off in second gear there, and she can take off in second without a problem. Shifts through all the gears perfectly. Really is a nice car to drive. And there we go. Okay, let's just show you the engine. Very clean. I haven't done anything to the engine at all. It's just as I got it. Really is a nice clean engine in there. The terminals for the battery, I cleaned them up a little bit. They're not perfect, but that's not a big deal. The only oil that she leaks is a very little bit of oil. I've tried to take some pictures from the seal on the back. The oil and seal on the bottom. Really straightforward. No other leak on the engine at all. Okay. Everything electrical works. The lights work. And trunk stays open. There's actually no rust in there. There was an older wheel in there which I replaced from one from a junker, but there is no rust at all in the car. Completely rust free actually. I've been over it with a fine tooth comb. As I said, it's kind of a cheaper carpet. It actually got ripped a little bit here, and there's a little rip in the corner over there. And again, you need this black plastic mat underneath this to make this stay. And that is it for my car.